To be an artist is to be a complete fool. And to make it on YouTube and to make it as an artist, period, you have to have that full like mentality. And I'm going to talk about that in this video. So, what do I mean by to be an artist and to make it as an artist, you have to be a complete fool. And I mean that in all the good ways. So, in order to be an artist, you have to set the standards high with yourself as far as being confident. And at the same time, you got to set the standards low with either you're going to make it or not, because it's like playing the lottery. You never know if you're going to win, but you'll never know if you don't play, right? So if you play, you have a chance of winning, but you don't know if you're going to win. So with being an artist, you have to go into the world knowing that the chances of you making it might not be likely, but with confidence, that goes a long way. That goes a long way. And that's when the fool's mentality comes into play. And with just enough passion and enough drive, you know what I'm saying, you will make it. But it does take time because this is not a overnight thing. Now, what made me decide to get on here and vent about this? Well, recently I've seen a couple of videos where people were talking about quitting YouTube because they're not getting paid enough for making YouTube as far as like ad revenue and stuff like that. And I find it so funny because with me, for instance, I never got on here to make money off of ads. Even though I have this fool like mentality, I find to get on YouTube to make money off of ads a bit batshit crazy. Because it's like you have to do a lot to make money off of ads. And the key is if you want to make it, but it does take longer. The key is to not make money off of ads. Don't even care about that. Use the platform to build your audience so you can create whatever it is that you're creating and therefore sell, which has happened with me because I have made sales off of my book that I put out. For those who don't know, I am a writer and I created a darker version of the Cinderella story, and I'm coming out with a part two. And I have made money off of talking about it here and there on this channel. And I haven't really gone full blown with like advertising just yet because I'm busy writing the second book and it's like too much to handle. But I have made some money. And because I'm not too focused on ad revenue, which I really don't care about, I'm not as stressed out. But I am a fool because I'm going into this with the idea of you never know if it's going to work or not. And even with starting off this channel that I made years ago, my first video actually was on another channel that I can't remember the name. I had to be about 16, and I remember my first video, I was practicing belly dancing because that's what I'm into. And I saw that there was like this trend going on with a bunch of girls doing some belly dance moves and sharing it and stuff like that. So I was like, ooh, so I got on and I made my video and put it out there just for the fun of it. Um, I can't find that video to this day. It is somewhere on here, on online somewhere. But when I made this channel, I got into it because I used to be a personal trainer, and I used to be a personal trainer, and I remember people asking me so many questions, and I was like, you know what? Let me make a YouTube channel, make some videos, and share what I have to say about certain tips to growing your glutes, for instance. However, I learned really fast that people are they want quick results. The advice that I was given was not giving them quick results. They rather do some type of waist trainer thingy, or I don't know, liposuction or whatever it is that they feel will get them quick results. And that's the thing. And this is why this plays into why people are quitting YouTube, because they go into this with quick results. I just need to make money off of ads and I'm good to go. And me personally, I feel like that's a crazy way to make a living. There's like no there's not really an end game to that. You need to have a plan. And with artistry, there is structure to it. Although it takes some time, you will be able to live off of what you're doing as long as you stick to the craft and you get better and better with time, if that makes sense. Also, too, which is so obvious, but I'm so surprised that there were people who took that leap and decided to do YouTube full on and just make money off of ads instead of having a job and have this be like your side thing. And as you are working your day job, this is something else that you're working on and you're building upon. That's what I've been doing. And you have to have you have to have a good, what I call a safety net, just in case, because you just never know. So I'm really surprised to hear how people really decided to quit their jobs and just make money off of ads on YouTube. It sounds good. On the surface, it sounds good, but I remember hearing about that and I was just like, yeah, that, I didn't really see how that would play out like years from now, a few steps down the road. Um, so for me, it's like you have to have a job and still work on this. And as long as you keep that full like mentality and have that confidence, this will grow. But nothing, I don't know. I don't It sounds nice to build quickly, but with structure, you build, so it's like a you build some type of maturity, and you're not easily to crumble when you build a little bit more slowly instead of, I don't know, fast pacing it. And to me, it's like, what else are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, what else are you going to do? What's the rush? I get it. I get it. You want to get out of your funk or whatever it is that you are trying to get out of, but it's not worth it to go so fast and then crash, because that's what's happening with a lot of YouTubers. In all actuality, too, this is actually a good thing in my opinion, because not only as people leave YouTube, which is not, that's not something to be happy about, of course, and that's not a good thing. But what is a good thing is that you'll see actual artists more, because those are the ones that stay. Those are the fools. To be an artist is to be a fool, because they are going into this with such drive and passion, and they're in their own world. They're in La La Land. Me, I'm in my own La La Land. And with that, you'll see more artists standing out, the ones who take this really seriously. It's like with singers and rappers, artists, whatever. Nowadays, it's like there's only a handful of people that I can listen to who are really good. Everybody else is just in and out, quick bag, gotta go. Um, so the more people that stay, the more fools that stick around, because I've heard with streaming, artists are not getting paid as much. So therefore, there's gonna be a lot of people that's just gonna be like, there's no money involved with this. However, the fools, the ones who really care about their craft, who really have a love for singing and performing, they're the ones that's going to stick around. And those are the ones that are going to stand out, and they need to stand out. So, with all that rambling going on, I hope I made sense with this video. So, to recap on this, plain and simple, to be an artist is to be a complete fool. And that's the type of mentality that you need to have in order to make it.